it's something that is evolving for sure. I mean, there are times where you think, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that. But, how long now since we've had Evolve? 3 years? It's something that is evolving for sure. I mean, why is that? Oh, are you already recording it?
Nobody talks
Yes.
about how to.
Can
Yes.
we restart again? All right. And I'm gonna record it as well on iCloud. All right.
You can't do it on cloud, Josie. I think mine's at max, so you might have to do it on your own computer.
Okay. So are we ready to
Yeah, it's recording on YouTube now.
okay, send request. Do you see it? Okay, everybody. Good evening. It's Josie Tong. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Evolve compensation plan. So literally this is training. And so in my 17 years in the industry, I find that understanding the compensation plan has allowed me to maximize and learn how to really navigate to help my team be able to earn a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to go walk through that today. So there are two ways to earn. You can either gather customers and also develop a team, be a team builder, both of those, okay? So I know that a lot of people, when they first start, they feel really comfortable with being a customer gatherer, but I can tell you that what they call leverage in this business comes from building a team. So let's go ahead and go through it. So we get paid on product movement. So people join LifeVantage thinking, if I'm going to join, I have a business. So you only have a business if you have products moving through your organization. That's your personal purchase, your own customers, your team members, and their own customers. If there's no products, no purchases for the month, it doesn't matter. You could have 50 people in your organization. If no one is buying, then there's no money coming. And so make sure that you download the Evolve Compensation Plan Guide. We have got this under our resources. So if you go to the resources, or I will upload to our chat as well, it's really worth flipping through and understanding a lot of the common terms, because we're not going to go through all of them. We're just going to go through what is important. So how do you earn? Earn through the paid as rank. And that's why it's important to remember that maintaining a rank allows you to earn that maximum, from the volume that you generate and your team generate for the month. Okay, so the paid as rank. And so we're going to go through here how people get paid on their paid as rank in the next slide. So also the second is that apart from getting paid on your rank for the month before, is also to be active. And this is when we talk to people when they first start. It's like, this is a business. So in any business, there's always an outgoing investment. Okay, it could be your rent, it could be inventory. And this is exactly why we need people to understand that there is a personal requirement. Okay, 150. Sorry, this is US. So 140 for us. So it's 150 sales requirement until for consultant one. Consultant two is 200, 250, and then 300 from SC1 and above. Okay, so here we have got 40 minimum personal. Okay, and so we have our consultant path. So first, I always teach people about sharing and building at the same time. But you know what? If people are new, we can teach them the share first. We earn by earning from the share bonus. And so we know that there are 3-tier pricing. First is we have one-time retail. So people buy, they pay the retail price. Then they get a subscription price. That's when they get a discount, at least a 10%. So consultant price is about 20% less than retail. So this is when we're talking to people about, what are the ways to be able to purchase this at a wholesale price, is get them to enroll as a consultant if that's what they want. So in how do we earn the customer sales profit? This is a typical example. So a customer sales profit, they pay you the purchase price and you earn 10% of the retail and then 10 up to 10 and then 10% the for the share bonus. Okay, so this is an example. If they buy 100, you that's your consultant price of 80, so you earn about 20. Okay, but when they subscribe, it will be lesser. It's only one time. You only earn the retail price one time. So I hope that makes sense. This is calculated daily. Okay, all the other compensation plan is calculated monthly. So it's the only thing that's calculated daily. So I'll give you an example here where if someone really wants to focus on sharing the products, this is extremely good. So we got Joanne here. She's amazing, like really have a lot of customers. I know Rhonda as well and anyone else that have it. So if you, at the end of the month, okay, if you have up to 500 to 999 points, then you earn 15%, okay? 15% of that, 500. How did I come to that? This is like $75. Sorry, I didn't take note of this. I think this is like, sorry about that. It's the other way around. So it's 105, okay? 15% is $105 for Australian, and then about New Zealand is 114. So if you have 1,000 points, that's about 7 customers, you get paid up to 20%. That is $280 Australian or 304 New Zealand. And if you have about 2,000 customers, 2,000 points, about 13 customers, about 20, so you get paid 25%. That is good money, $700. $700 Australian, 760 New Zealand. That's really good money. So for a lot of our diamonds here, your diamond, 1680 Australian and 1824. That is mortgage money already. Okay, so it's really worth going for the share, the gem ranks. Okay, so that is that. So I also want you to remember this when you're enrolling new people about their launch period. So when they enroll, they have of that enrollment month, they have another 3 months, the following 3 months as their launch period. So if someone enrolls middle of June, then they have July, August, September as their launch period. So make sure that they don't miss this because there's bonuses that is waiting for them. So their share bonus. So all the share bonus, okay, and their enrollment month is doubled. They can double that as well. And you also earn about 10% of that, up to $100 per consultant. So here's an example. When you earn $150 and you rank advance, this is your rank advancement bonus, SC1. And that's why, I always encourage people, to look at the SC1 rank, because over time, within that enrollment month plus the next 3 months, they can earn an extra 210 Australian dollars or 228 New Zealand dollars. So that's a rank advancement. So during that launch period, they could earn the SC1 rank advancement bonus plus also the doubler for the sharing bonus in their first month. Okay, that one. So this is our consultant path. You've seen it over and over. So we've just discussed the share. Now we're going to talk about the build and grow. So build and grow allows you to be able to earn what they call leverage income. This is when you start bringing people who are consultants, who are bringing other consultants and bringing customers as well. And this is the huge benefit of network marketing, is what they call leverage, leverage income. That is, instead of you just, sharing to customers, you've got other people who are sharing as well, and you benefit from that. So let's go to the rank advancement. So you have, sorry about this is the US one. So we have our minimum purchase of 40. Okay, so ignore the 150, that is 40. So there has to be a minimum of 40. Okay, then you need to have your sales volume requirement per rank. It's up to C3 is 250, so you got 150 for C1. Consultant 2 is 200, consultant 3 is 250. Then from SC1 to presidential is 300. Okay, so when you look at this, it's not just coming from your own personal purchase, but it can come from your customers. So minimum of 40 points, the rest can come from your customers. I know that a lot of people, and I do it as well, you can buy your 40 and the rest can be your family who's a customer. Okay. So what do you need to rank advance? You need to maintain your sales volume requirement plus the group sales volume. So your group sales volume increases as your rank increases, okay? So let's say in the senior consultant one, because this is a very, very important rank for people that are getting started and even for everybody, make sure you are getting paid as senior consultant one every month. So what is the requirement? You need at least a minimum of group sales volume of 2,000 points. If your points is 1,999, you won't be a senior consultant one, okay? So as you build, you will have people that will join. And so placement is important. Placement. So make sure you talk to people about your upline about the placement, because there are some strategies on really maximizing your income with proper placements. So you can only count the maximum volume. You can only count from each leg whatever the maximum volume rule is. So for senior consultant one, if you had one leg of 2,000, you will not be rank advancing as senior consultant one. Can someone mute them? If you only have one leg of 2,000, then you won't be a senior consultant one. You will be a consultant two, okay? So they can only count 1,500. If you're a senior consultant two, you need 3,500 points, and they can only count maximum of 2,500. You could have 10,000 points, but that for your purposes of your rank advancement, they can only count 2,500. So I would, can someone mute? Okay. Can you mute yourself, guys? Okay.
It's Zoom user that's not muted and Susan.
Yeah. Who's Grania? Can you mute them, please? Sorry, I can't mute it from my end. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So this is important. What I have done when we did the Evolve, I printed this and I have it right in front of me. Why? Because I know when I'm looking at my team's volume that I look at their maximum volume rule. What is their leg split? It's called the leg split. So you can take a screenshot of this and have it on your phone. I've got it on my notes app. Like if I'm talking to somebody and they're in my team and we're trying to strategize, I always use this chart here, okay? So that's important. Now, this is the right one. So the first is your sales volume, your sharing bonus. The second way to earn is your level commission. Now, I just wanted to emphasize that in our business in LV, the more people understand the products and the benefit for them, they will stay on the products. I started almost 7 years ago, and I still have a lot of people on Dual Synergizer. I have people on Pretendum. I've got on just NRF2, and I have a lot of people in the Sales Essentials stack. Okay, so make sure that people understand. When they do understand, they will stay on the products. Okay, because your level commission is dependent on the volume of products that flow in your organization. This is subscription. These are new enrollments. Okay, you get paid depending on your rank, your rank. Okay, for that month. So let's say in this example, let's say if you're in SC1, you get paid 2 levels. 10%, 5%. You maximize the compensation plan when you're an MC3 and you get paid on the 9 levels. Okay, on the 9 levels. So as you increase your rank, the percentage also increase and the number of levels also increase. And this is where if you really think your LifeVantage business as a business, then you wouldn't want to stay on consultant 3. You want to go to a C2 so that at least you get paid on 3 ranks, or at least maintain SC3, and why not go MC1? Okay, so this is where the money's are. Now, I can also tell you that I've made so many mistakes in my placements. I've given people away. Some of them are like 19th level. We only get paid 9 levels. So be smart. Mark Shintato told me he has like 500 people on his level 1. Level 1, you get paid 10%. So don't give away people. Put them on your level 1 if you need to. Okay. All your customers will be all the people that you enroll, personal enroll, and their customers. Imagine getting paid 10%. I actually have one that I personally sponsored, and I got paid $82. Like every month I get paid $82 simply because this person also has customers. So be smart in building level 1. Okay, that is where a lot of your commission comes from. Then who are your level 2? The people that they enroll. And then, of course, then you get your level 3. Now, remember that we get paid on 9 levels, but all the volume counts towards your rank. So this is an example. So let's say there's an order, okay? There is an order and you are an SC3. So you get paid on 4 levels. Your level 1, you get paid 10%. Level 2, you get paid 7%. Level 3, you get paid 5%. Level 4, you get paid 3%. And so if you even want to be smarter, you get a notebook and write down who are on your level 1, who are on your level 2, level 3, because before your organization gets too big that you won't be able to track them as much. Okay, so I've learned this from when I started my previous company. There is this lady, she's Chinese, top leader in Australia for the whole this billion-dollar company, and she has this A3 paper. She taught us how to write our tree and where people are. And then we used to mark when their subscription is due, because we used to have the 4-week rotating. So if they're week 1, then we have them in green, and week 2, then blue, like all of that. So just be organized. And, tracking is so important. So that is your paid as rank, and we get paid on the number of levels. And the number of levels you get paid and the percentage is dependent on your rank for the month, okay? So we get paid on product movement. Each product has a value, a point value, okay? That is called the sales volume. So if you have per tandem and RF2, that is 42, okay? Your commission volume is what we get paid, and that is adjusted. Sometimes you get 20% off. When we have 20% off, we have got less points to be paid. Okay. And then, of course, we get paid depending on what they call the peg rate. That is your foreign currency conversion. So for Australia, it's like 1.4. I think New Zealand is 1.52. Okay. That's what we get paid. So our consultant path continues. So as you grow your business. And this should be a goal for each and every one of you on this call. Don't get stuck at share bonus. Don't get stuck at build and grow, but grow your business so that you take advantage of the lead bonuses. Number 1 is the leadership match. The leadership match is your bonus and level commissions from qualified consultants in your enrollment tree. And that's why we need to keep recruiting. You will never earn this matching bonus unless you enroll consultants who will rank advanced to MC1 and you get paid as MC2. And that's where the big money is. And guys, I've been doing this business for 17 years and I've been successful. I've personally sponsored people who are elites, who are executives. And the reason for that is I'm looking for these people who will also grow as leaders, not only for leverage, but also for income. Okay, that is your leadership match. So you're personally sponsored. So even though you have so many downlines who are executives, but they're not your personal, then you don't earn this leadership match. And this is one of the big benefits of the leadership match. I was talking to Brandon Cunningham sometime, maybe after the Evolve plan. And I said, how did that impact your bonus? And he goes, well, the good benefit is that he said that his leadership match has increased significantly because obviously he has personally sponsored people who are executives. Okay. So that is the goal, is like you keep looking for those people, looking for those people. So this is an example of your leadership match. That is you, your first generation of managing consultant one, you get paid. All the managing consultant one in your enrollment tree, you get paid. Managing consultant one and above. So that can actually be worth quite a bit. I'll show you an example in a bit. So your monthly leadership match can pay out up to a maximum of 9% of monthly global. But don't worry about that. What you need to worry about is the percentage here. So you need to be an MC2 to earn. So if you're an MC2, you get paid on your first generation 7%. MC3, your first generation is 12%, then 10%. If you're an EC1, it's 15%. Second generation is 12 and 10. This is pretty cool. So I've had experience when I was a Pro 9. Just imagine, the matching bonuses that you could earn from that. But it's a cap. But it's okay, right? There is a cap, but look at this amount is quite significant. So aim to grow your business so you earn this leadership match, and you do that because you keep looking for people. So now I'm in the looking zone. I'm literally sorting out people and looking for people who are interested, who are in the looking zone. So the second bonus in this lead bonus is your leadership pool. Now, leadership pool is about 4% of the global CV, is divided between those that are paid as EC1 to presidential. Okay, so you got to be an executive paid as executive consultant to earn 1 share. Executive consultant 2 is 3 shares. Executive consultant 3 is 5. Consultant 4 is 10, and presidential is 10. Remember Mark Shinsato? He said that when he rank advanced to presidential, he never went back. Just imagine him getting paid 20. Now, it's about 1 share is about 1,780. So if you've got 20, that's 34,000 Australian, about 25,000 US dollars. That's just on the leadership pool. Now, it doesn't matter, you could, honestly, I was just working out my maths again. To get to EC2, you only need 500 people. 500 people on 300 points. And that's why we need to teach people to aim for the 300 points so that, you're not just having consultants who are buying 40 or 150. So if people are all SC3s, this is why it's about helping people. So when people are earning as SC3s, their requirement, their sales volume requirement is 300 points. Okay, to be paid as consultant 2, that's about $10,000 or more. You just need 500 people. And this is where sometimes it's like, where am I going to get the 500 people? So we're going to talk about that in a bit. So that is your leadership pool. Okay. So remember this, guys, your consultant path. And this is one, print the Evolve, screenshot that Evolve compensation plan, and keep your eye on the volume. Because if you don't set a goal, you're going to be just cruising along. You want to be from SC1 to get to MC1 and get to earn the trip to the US, okay, to the growth summit. So that is your consultant path. So this is an example that was given by Tyler Daniel. I saw one of his presentation. Now, that a lot of people are using this. So this is where we think big. Okay, I want you to pay attention. If you've been in this business for a number of years and you're not growing, this is when we roll up our sleeves and we say, draw a line in the sand and say, I'm going to find those 5 people. Your first 5 may not be the 5 that's going to build. So you keep going, please mute, keep going, right? So it may not be the 5 people, but let's see if we maintain the 300 points, okay, your 5, that's 1,500 in sales. You earn 10% in your first level, that is 150. Let's say, you have 25, those 5, because remember that we're duplicating 5. Those 5 found 5 each, that's 25. Your 7% of the total sales is 525 US dollars. So 125, okay? 125 people, you on your third level, this is what you earn. You earn 2,625 plus 525 plus 150. So why not keep going? 3 to 5 years, 625 people, that's more than an EC2. And your fourth level, I mean, that is obviously a perfect duplication, but all there it is they're just showing us the possibilities. If we keep going and we keep growing and bring those people, these numbers will appear. But it's about really going out there and finding the people, okay? So that's an example. Now, I want to talk to you. Let's talk. This is our ANZ collab. We want to grow. We want to grow. Remember, we've got products that people need. We've got products that work. There's so much heavy science. It's a solid company. People are looking for solutions, health solutions. So we know that we have a stable company that's not going to collapse tomorrow because the products work. It's publicly traded. We've got 20 million in the bank, et cetera, et cetera. So now what's going to change? Nothing changes, nothing changes. What needs to change is we need to have this new mindset that we have a business that could potentially create us a 6-figure income. Whatever it is that you want from your business, I don't know what you're looking for, okay? But I know that when I joined the industry, I want to replace my income as a director of nursing. So I wouldn't settle for 2,000 a month or 5,000 a month, okay? It's having that new mindset. New mindset brings us new results. And that's why we need to have our goal on paper. We need to dream big. You set our goals every single month and take that action. It's now time for us to drive these next 6 months to a new phase of growth. And that growth only comes when we have a new mindset moving forward. So it's really for you to have that reflection, to really talk to yourself and say, how have I been going with my LV business? Am I tapped out or I have got potential? Each and every one of us have got potential. Okay. You hear people on stage, they're shy, they hardly know people, but they have so much hunger. They have so much hunger and they went for it. So I just want to share this story. In my previous company, there's this guy, he is a business analyst, extreme introvert. He would be sitting at the back of the room. But you know what? This guy has earned $14 million. He wasn't even a diamond, but he was smart in building that 525, 125, all of that. He was smart in making sure that people stay on the products. And so that is what we need to have, is for us to be able to maximize the compensation plan. Read the PDF, underline the PDF, and set your goals because it's time to go, it's time to grow. Let me just give you, so here, I just want to end with this first, and then I'll turn off the recording before I show you a slide. So this here, take a photo of this. I got this from Ray Higdon because this is what we do. So if you start a job, you could be a physiotherapist or a receptionist or an engineer, whatever. You have a job description. This is our job description. So if we have a job description, it's our responsibility to make sure we do it. Because if you don't do your job description, you're going to get fired. And we will get fired if we're not generating new contacts. Because those new contacts is when we build relationships, asking the right questions and qualify, look for people in the looking zone, use the system, show them the tool, and keep following up until you close them. You close the deal. This should be the one, I mean, this is our job description. It's just to do this over and over and over again. So it's time to grow, A and Z. It's really time for us to put our foot on the pedal and keep going and keep growing. So what if you could grow your business in the next 6 months by 10%, by 20%, for some of you, maybe 100, 200%. It's all entirely up to you. It's all about having that new mindset for new results. So we're going to turn off the recording for now.